Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another vintage cube. We head in once more in the search for power. Will we find it? I guess not, but we did find an entomb, and you know what? I like entomb. Did play Reanimator fairly recently, so maybe a little boring, but I just think this is by far the best card in the pack. The One Ring's decent. I would be happy to put the One Ring in most of my decks, but I do think entomb's just better. The low curve Reanimator decks are so consistent, so powerful. Often they can do stuff before the opponent can really react and easily win the game from there. So we'll take the Entomb. And is there anything interesting to wheel out of this pack? There's some like mediocre lands, but they don't touch black. Maybe the Show and Tell comes back, and that can sometimes go in the same types of decks. But not holding my breath for anything too special coming back out of this pack. So go ahead and grab the Entomb. All right, second pick. This one. You commit a crime, exile a black card from your graveyard and copy it. You may cast the copy. I mean, that's fine. That is something I might be interested in wheeling because in a black deck, we have stuff like Thoughtseize or whatever, then it's good on both ends. But here I'm looking at Xander's Lounge as a good piece of fixing, Jace as just a good card, and then Faithless Looting and Spell Pierce. I think they're a step below. I do like Spell Pierce, and Faithless Looting is really good in Reanimator decks, but Entomb's just a better version of that. Yeah, I'll just take the Jace. It's a powerful enough card. I would probably like Xander's Lounge, but there's a decent amount of fixing in Cube these days. Like, here's an Underground Sea, for example. I could also take Grief. Both those are quite good. 2, 4, Jace goes there. Tomb will hang out over here. If you can figure out my system, you get bonus points. There's a Death as well. So that's something to consider. Death is... It's worse than like the best three, right? Reanimate's cheaper and can hit any graveyard, and then Animate Dead and Necromancy don't cost you any life, which is nice. So I think Death is something else we might pick up on the way. I think I'm just gonna grab Grief here. Underground Sea is really too, though. It's a tough call. I think Grief is enough better, but that's tough. I'm gonna miss that Underground Sea, I feel like. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, here's Necromancy. That I probably will just go ahead and take. There's only so many times I can pass things for my deck. And then there's a Bat, there's a Cut Down. Wish Claw, not super likely to want, but maybe. Same with Azav. But Necromancy's perfect, and if we wheel one of the other black cards, cool. Go ahead and take a Necromancy here. See? Alright, here we have a Force of Negation, a Fetch Land, and I guess Oath is an option, although we already have Grief, which obviously isn't very good with Oath, so... And I do want to play the Grief most likely. What is this thing? 5/5. Some counters on things. Yeah, that's not really good enough for Reanimate target. I don't think Trumpeting Carnosaur is quite there either. So this is between Force Negation and the Verdant. How many times can I pick non-lands over lands? Force Negation is very good. I think I will take the Force. I'll have to eventually make some choices that actually give me lands because I am going to be able to want to cast my spells, but... Right, here's this thing. So it's a 7 mana 6/6 trample. When there's the battlefield, or another creature with power 4 or greater in this battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. When it dies, if it's not a token, create a token that's a copy. Okay. It's like a fine reanimate target. I guess it's good with like Flash and Move Through the Breach where you sacrifice it. Stern Scolding is just okay. Bayou doesn't really help right now. It's between Tyrant and Bayou though anyway, because Bayou could end up helping, and I have been skipping out on lands a lot. I'll take the Tyrant. It's not excited by it, but I'm gonna need something in my deck to reanimate, and this is a low tier target, but we won't always open the good stuff, so I think it's fine to grab it here. Here's Ashen Rider for another kind of mediocre reanimate target, as well as Torsten, I suppose. Torsten, again, better with Flash than reanimating. You get the 1/1s right away. Not really looking at Chromatic Star deck. Phantom Interference is fine, but it's not that amazing. I guess I'll take the Ashen Rider. We'll have two kind of mediocre targets. It's okay. All right, here's a Vampiric Tutor. I'll take that over a third mediocre target. Oh, there's Watery Grave also. That's tough, but I think Vampiric is better. It keeps offering me the lands along with very good cards for my deck, so it's kind of tough. I think Vampiric Tutor in a Reanimator deck is just a really good thing, so we're going to take it here. All right, now we have Bone Horde, Kozilek, a bunch of lands that don't necessarily help. So Kozilek doesn't really work with what I have. Bone Horde, I think, is a little bit too weak. So I could take Fiery Eyelid, and I might end up splashing some red in this deck, or I could take Meticulous Archive because it's fetchable, so if I get like a white-black fetch that does something, I think I'll do that. All right, there's Karavek the Punisher as an option. Rub Decay, if I play green, it's like, okay. I don't really want to be digging through time. I definitely don't want a Relic. This isn't particularly good right now, but there's a chance it gets there, so we'll take it. Might as well cut black anyway. Okay, Death Wield, that's something. I don't have the fixing for other things. This doesn't matter. Dream Halls is one I'm kind of looking at. Obviously good with your big reanimation targets, but I think just having another reanimate is going to be good. All right, here we'll probably take Lazav, even though it's not particularly good either. But it's fine. All right, so we got the 5/5. Oh, there's the Oath. I mean, I'll take it. I don't think... Ooh, I will take a Stern Scolding. That's a pretty good one. I don't think the Oath necessarily gets there, but maybe. Lazav I can pretty easily cut, so it's just like Grief. Could be worth it. I would obviously need fixing for it as well, so it's not like easy right now, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. All right, well, I will take a Mox Jet, obviously. Anything I'm looking to wheel out of this pack? Knight's Whisper is good. Rafine's Tower, just as a dual land. It's 3 steps ahead. Counter a spell for 3 mana. Copy a creature or artifact you control, and then draw and discard. That could be a decent one as well. Having access to a discard spell isn't too bad, and then obviously has some other modes that are useful as well. But we'll be pretty happy with a Mox Jet here. All right, here we have Collective Brutality. Tali as a nice target. Thought Scour is only okay. That is one that I might want to pick up on the wheel. And once again, a bunch of fixing doesn't quite help me. I unfortunately passed Underground Sea and Watery Grave in pack 1, so we're not getting any of those. It's going to make the mana in this deck pretty tough, but it is what it is. I suppose I don't have to be blue, but I have some pretty decent blue cards already. I think I'll take a Tali here. I think Collective Brutality is only okay. And a Tali's a pretty nice target, so let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, here's Sneak Attack as well as Corpse Dance. There's also a couple of red fixing lands. Fetch doesn't really help me. Sneak's pretty good. It actually works really nicely with both Ashen Rider and the Vault-Born Tyrant because they die. And it's obviously good with a Tali as well. Yeah, I think I'll try that, and then we'll hopefully wheel one of these. We'll see. This deck's a bit slow right now, unless we get the Reanimator stuff going. Like, we don't have anything early on the curve, so that's something I'm looking for. Something like Baleful Strix could be an option. Epicure, it does give us a blood token, but it's otherwise just a 1/1. Not too excited about that. Metamorph, I don't think we need it for anything. Waterlogged Grove doesn't help too much. Baleful Mastery is good, in general. This is for storm things. We don't really care about that. I think I'll just take the Baleful Strix. It's just a nice little speed bump. Okay. Here's a Blood Crypt. I think I will take that one. I do need to finally get some fixing, and the only alternative here would be Oliphant, which without a dual land doesn't help that much anyway. I guess Memory Lapse and Shieldred's Edict are both good cards I would be happy to play, but I think the Sneak Attack is worth going into, so let's just grab the Blood Crypt and happy with that. Okay, here's a Thundering Falls as well as a Jace as well as a Snuff Out. I think those are all good options. Jace obviously is a discard outlet, which is awesome. It can't flashback too much super cool stuff. Yeah, obviously the counters don't really work with it. Flashing back like in a tomb isn't too exciting. Vampiric can be okay. It is a 2-drop, which I like. Snuff Out is a removal spell, which is free. I mean, I just have to take the Thundering Falls because they're fixing so bad. Even though these are excellent cards, I think I can live without having either of these cards, and I can't live without better mana, so here we go. Hallowed Fountain, not quite what we're looking for. Grist would be awesome, but we really don't need to be splashing other colors, so I'll probably just take the Woodfall Primus. It's another good sneak target, and it's alright with reanimates as well. Yeah, Daze is looking like not that great in this deck. Yeah, there's a lot of big things, but I think that's fine. Actually move this column over a bit here. Yeah, this Lazav I don't think is really getting there unless we are just short playable, so I'm gonna put that in the sideboard for now. Okay, here's a Dark Slick Shores, that's pretty good. Zagoth Triome's okay as well. This thing's fine. City of Traders would be cool because we have some 4-drops we want to get to, but I think I need, again, fixing more than I need that. So do I want a Zagoth Triome versus a Dark Slick Shores? The Triome is fetchable. I only have a pack left to pick up fetches, but that does matter. And there have been some green cards. There is still this Oath, though it's looking kind of medium at this point. I think I will take the Triome. I'm not 100% sure about that one. All right. Ulamog, Knight's Whisper. I guess Time Warp's a consideration, but I don't think that's it. I think I just take Knight's Whisper. Ulamog's a good sneak, but I can't reanimate it. So I'd rather not worry about that. We're going to have 4 big and decent targets. So let's just take a nice little card draw spell. Okay, now we probably take Blackleaf Cliffs. No real reason to go for Lotus Field. Thought Scour is only okay. So, I mean, we're going to have a mana base of kind of mediocre lands, but as long as there are enough of them, it should be fine. Okay, there's Corpse Dance. There's Proving Ground. Snap is okay, I guess. Really see any insane combos with it. Seething Song gets the sneak attack going faster, which is kind of cool, and it can maybe help me power out something big, but I think Corpse Dance is probably better. Alright. None of this looks too exciting. I'll take the Epicure again if we're short playables. Maybe I'll put in deck. What is this? Make a 4/4 Storm. No, none of these cards do anything for me. I'll take the red card. Okay, I'll take a Nurturing Peatland. If we do end up playing green, then maybe that gets in deck. And there's a Cruel Ultimatum. Which, if we find a way to, like, Mizzix Mastery, then you can tomb this, for example, and that's kind of nice. So it's not a 0 that we play this Cruel Ultimatum. I don't think it's a huge chance, but it's not a 0. I do still need more things to do early in the game. I picked up this Baleful Strix, which helps. I have a Knight's Whisper. Stern Scolding's a nice early interactive spell, but we need more stuff that we can do early. Alright, Goryo's Vengeance not actually looking that good. We actually have no legendary creatures. We have one legendary creature, so that's not really what we're looking for. Oko is an interesting one. We have a couple ways to look into splashing green now, if we include Nurturing Peatland. Just look at the bottom. Lava Dart, no, not too interested in that one, at least not on a first pick. Valky's fine. It is an early play, but... And Season Pyromancer's double red, which I don't love. Though, I haven't been getting that much blues, so it wouldn't be crazy to go red-black base. But I think I will take the Oko. The Peatland helps with that. I have 2 green sources kind of for free. If I found a fetch land, it makes it a bit better as well. And Oko's just a really good card, so... Okay, now I can take Dak Faden. That's another excellent Planeswalker. Discarding cards is obviously good for us, and then just has other synergies. What's this Nexus card? Draw a card, you make an artifact creature from your hand, create a copy, except it's a 3. Don't care about any of that. Virtue would be a nice little removal spell. We're actually short removal right now, so I wouldn't mind picking this up on the wheel. Dark Ritual is kind of interesting too, but not that big a deal. This stuff on crimes. Yeah, let's just take Dak here. Okay, here's an Emrakul. That's a bit more powerful than the other Eldrazi, and I do now have Sneak Attack and Corpse Dance, so it gets a bit more interesting. Don't care about that. Discard your hand and investigate a million times, okay. Currency Converter is also a really good card, as is Ancient Tomb and Mana Confluence could both be good. But I think the Emrakul's worth it here. We have Entomb for it. We have some ways to search with Vampiric and stuff, so we have a lot on the top end. I don't love being this heavy, but I think we just are in a position where we need to be doing this sort of thing. This pack looks pretty mediocre. I'd love to play a Birds, but we're just not going to have enough green to do that. I guess I think Fairy Mastermind is just a perfectly playable card. Because I don't think I'm looking for Sail to the West, Gitrog. I don't really need a 5-drop. None of this sounds that exciting. I'll just take the Mastermind and not be super psyched about it, but it's okay. Okay, Fire Covenant's a good removal spell. I might take that one. I think it is better than Pyrokinesis. Don't need more big things. Relic of Sauron doesn't really help us. Teferi's another color. You commit a crime, make a treasure. Not really that exciting about... Yeah, Fire Covenant looks good here. Okay, here's a Gristlebrand, which is not bad. Alternative is the Commercial District. So Gristlebrand is obviously an upgrade over some of this stuff here. But I do need another way to splash green. So I might actually just take this. Because I do want to play this Oko pretty badly. And Oath out of the sideboard might also be an option. Against some decks, even if I have a couple of targets that aren't great, it's still a really good card. Alright, here we have Portent. Sylvan Library is an option. What's this? 2-mana 2/2, put a counter. No, I don't care about any of that. Shadow Spear is another sideboard card, potentially, to just gain a bunch of life, but rather have one of these two, I would say. How many cards are we on? We're on like 22-ish, 21-ish playables. Portent's just good. Sylvan, the mana's going to be a little tough for Sylvan. I'll just take Portent. Ooh, I'll take a Liliana. That's another nice 3-mana Planeswalker. This Moksha has to be doing a lot of work to get our 3-mana Planeswalkers on the board here, but definitely a good one. Okay, the Valky came back. So did Fallen Shinobi, which I don't think is great. I mean, we have Strix and Fairy Mastermind and potentially Grief, but that's not really what this deck's about. Phantasmal. I think I just take the Valky. It's a 2-drop that sort of does something, and then you can occasionally play it for 7 mana, and it's still fine. This is probably Restless Events. No, I wanted the Virtue, actually. I think that's going to be better. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm already looking at cutting cards. Maybe I don't need the Virtue. I could use another removal spell. I just have the 1 right now. It's a good one, mind you, and I guess I have a Liliana as well. I'll take the Vents, but that's close. Ooh, I will take Currency Converter. That's a really good card here. Gives us something to do early, and it lets us discard as needed. You can also put an Emrakul under it for Corpse Dance purposes like later, so you can kind of do that over multiple turns. It's kind of nice. All right, this pack didn't have anything to begin with, and it still doesn't, so random Gitrog. I don't mind this deck. I think it's a little slow. We could have used more early interaction or more acceleration of some kind. That's going to really be the big issue. But if we can get going, there's some powerful combos happening here. So I don't dislike it. Through Ultimatum and then getting there, but that's okay. We got that last or second last pick, I think. I will take a Pyrokinesis. I don't have that many red cards, I guess, but in the right matchup, this is a really powerful card, and Gadgeteer doesn't really do anything for us. Hard for Bronco to be that good, but whatever, let's take it. And last pick Silver. Alright, let's figure out how we want to build this puppy. So if I move the lands out for a second, we're looking at what, 25 cards. How many lands do I want to be running though? I'm running 17 plus Mox or 16 plus Mox. None of my lands do anything special. I guess Nurturing Peatland can get traded in for a card, but that's not that big a deal. And then I guess I have a Cycling Land and a Restless Vents. So maybe an extra land wouldn't be a bad idea because our curve is a bit high. I mean, obviously, like, All of these things don't really count, so you're just looking at this, but still, it's a lot of threes. I want to make sure I hit my 3 lands every game. And then I do have Dak to filter my extra lands. Liliana, I mean, discarding lands to Liliana is not like the best thing ever, but it's okay. I don't think I have much else. I guess Jace can sometimes help you filter stuff out. So yeah, I think that's all fine. So I think I'll play 18 lands because now I'll make 3 cuts. So I have to decide if I want to cut any of these big things. Atali and Emrakul are definitely the best ones, so it'd be between these. Ashen Rider kills 1 thing on a reanimate or 2 things with sneak attack. It doesn't work very well with Corpse Dance, I guess, because it gets exiled, so that wouldn't work. This also doesn't work that well with, yeah, none of these 3 work that well with Corpse Dance, which is unfortunate. Primus and Vaultborn work better with sneak attack, I guess, because when you sacrifice them, you still get a pretty nice benefit. Whereas Ashen Rider with sneak attack is just exile 2 things, which is fine, but it's not that good. So if I'm going to cut one, I think it's probably Ashen Rider. I think it's just the worst across all the options here. All right. As far as other potential cuts, I need all the reanimate stuff. It's a 2-drop. Definitely want these planeswalkers, including Jace, I think. So, I mean, I could cut Valky. It's not that good. Fairy Mastermind's kind of in the same boat. They're both just like okay 2-drops to do something early. Important, I think I like enough. Stern Scolding's good. Entomb Tutor obviously need. Currency Converter, yes. I have to think about this force. How many actual blue cards do I have? Right now, if I don't cut anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue cards. So Force Negation is definitely on the edge. But it's such a powerful card that it's probably worth the risk. All right, I think I will end up cutting the Ashen Rider because it's looking like it's kind of tough to cut cards here. And then one of these two. Let's see. So Valky gets a creature out of their hand. Fairy Mastermind's just a flash flyer. The flash part doesn't help that much. I don't have like counter spells I'm holding up or anything. So I think I might cut the Mastermind. Keep the Valky because that at least does something early. And then last card's tough. Last card's tough. I think I keep the forest. That means I don't really want to cut blue cards, especially since I just cut Mastermind. I guess I also have Grief, so yeah, I think the Grief's great. I have the Necromancy and Death that are good combos with it. I don't want you wait to like draw a million cards where Grief would be good. I didn't end up grabbing that Gristlebrand. That would have maybe been nice, but it's okay. I don't think I can cut something like Portent. I just need to set my combos up. Stance, Necromancy, Fire Covenant. All 3 Planeswalkers are great. If I cut Jace, I should cut Force Negation because I'm just going to be really low on blue cards. Let's build my mana base and figure out what my blue count is. Alright. So, this is 8, so I get to add 10 lands if I do it the way I want to do it. Or, wait, sorry, only 9 lands because Mox counts as 1. Never end up getting any fetches, which is unfortunate. So I only have 3 green sources here, but I only have Oko as a green card, so that's probably okay. I could even cut the Oko, honestly, and then I wouldn't have to worry about splashing green, but Oko is very good. Black, we currently have 1. I think Zagoth Triome is black. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 9 would be good. Let's say no forest. Sorry, 6 plus 4 would be 10, which I think I like. Blue, let's see. 1, 2, oh, this Meticulous Archive doesn't do anything, so I can cut that. Okay. So for blue, we have 1, 2. That's it. 1, 2. Yeah, I feel like the double blue cards are going to be tough. Which makes me think I maybe cut both Force and Jace, and then we just bring back Ashen Rider, maybe. And that way we get to play a bit less blue. I think that might be good. It's kind of a shame to cut those two cards. They're both good, but our mana really didn't get there. And it's partly on me, of course. That's just the way I chose to structure my deck, but it is what it is. All right, so 2 blue. I would probably want, I don't know, I want some plains, I guess the Ashen Rider. I would probably want like 4 islands for 6. That seems okay. So now I get 7, 8. Now I do get 10 lands. Okay, so that's 8. Then let's say 2 mountains. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. That's actually too much red, honestly. I mean, double red for sneak attack is good, but I don't have that many red cards, so maybe I cut that. I can add another blue. So now we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. Yeah, that's still not really enough for the double blue cards, but I think it'll be a bit better. All right, I think this is the deck. The mana is a little wonky, and our early game is not the best, but it can definitely do powerful things. So I think this deck can win some games. We'll see. Both the Druids is an interesting sideboard card. I would probably end up having to cut like a couple of my weaker creatures when I sided in, but it could be good. Otherwise, we have, I don't know, a random Lazav, a random Pyrokinesis that can maybe do something. And I can bring in the Force Negation if it's a matchup where that looks like it's critical. So, all right, I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I'll see you in round number 1. All right, here we go for round number 1. Looks like we're on the draw, but this is a pretty good hand. We get to go Converter, discard one of our big things, and Reanimated. Pretty decent. So we'll see when our opponent shows up. I guess, let's see. Yeah, we have all our colors of mana. That all seems good. If they destroy the converter, it can get a little awkward, but what are you gonna do? Can't play around everything. Certainly can't mulligan around everything. Oh, okay. Well, our opponent starting on Lotus makes things a bit harder, that's for sure. What is this? Kaito. Okay. I mean, as far as things to Lotus out on turn 1, Kaito is not the worst. That feels pretty beatable, especially if you didn't like discard some huge thing to reanimate or whatever, so. I guess there's no reason to play this quite yet, so let me go Island, play Converter, pass. See, this thing has Trample. I guess they both do. Yeah, we'll probably just get a Tali out. Not really any reason for this unless I desperately need the life. This will let them, what, draw a card? That's fine. Yeah, that's a pretty weak Lotus turn, honestly. Just does not seem that scary. Discarding the Oko. Sure. Okay, this comes in tapped, so let's discard, or let's play Cleaves rather. Just that's in play now, and then we'll discard the Atali. And I have to consider whether I want to put another converter or not. I guess I do, because my mana is going to be locked up doing the reanimate stuff, so I can use the converter to just flip it in as a 2/2. Might as well get some value there. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a counter spell or anything. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to draw some cards here and make this ninja bigger. Not too worried about that. Yield to these things. All right, well, unless they have a follow-up 1 mana or free counter, we'll be in pretty good shape, I think. Just isn't that much pressure at the end of the day. Okay, Forest makes it less likely. It's a 1 mana counter at least. All right, let's draw and discard. Oh, there's sneak attack. That's good too. All right, let's go with Tali. And I will go ahead and exile it. Then go ahead and put it in. And I guess I can commercial district first to see if I like my top card. Yeah, that seems fine. It doesn't play around days, I guess, but that's okay. Well, it's a swamp, which will mill past anyway, right? Okay. Well, sure, I'll put this in my graveyard. That doesn't really matter, I guess. And go ahead. Death the Atali. And hopefully this is good enough. Alright, didn't get countered. That's step one. Now let's see what we hit. A Valky and a Noble Hierarch. Can I cast the flip side of this? Tybalt. Yes, I'd like to cast Tybalt. Yes, I'll cast a Noble Hierarch. Why not? Alright. Now we have a Tybalt, which does what again? I don't remember how this card works. You get an emblem that says you may play cards and you may spend mana of any color. Exile top card of each player's library, exile a creature, artifact, and then exile a graveyard out a bunch of mana. Artifact or creature. So I could exile this ninja. I don't think that does a ton for me. So let's go ahead and exile top card of each player's library. That's fine. Okay, I can have a Fire Covenant and Echo of Eons I can play now. And yeah, unless they pump this ninja to ridiculous. Maybe I should have killed the ninja, because if they have like a draw 7 plus some other stuff, maybe they can kill me with it, but I feel like I'm okay here. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I can just auto pass. It's not like I have anything to interact with here. The next turn, I can DAC or Oko, depending on what's going on. These both seem fine. No real reason to play sneak attack, I don't think, when I can't activate. Oh wait, I have no Noble Hierarch, so I actually can play and activate. That's probably the best then. Because this will give me a bunch of life and attack my opponent and all that. That seems good. We'll see what they have here. If they kill the Atali, things aren't completely over, but they're kind of over. We'll see, we'll see. They're thinking about it hard, so that's good. It's not an easy decision. You don't have just an obvious play to wreck me with. All right, they discard a Liberator, and now they're surveilling. That's all fine. Let's see how this develops. Italian to Tybalt's pretty good. I'll say that. Nice little mini combo, I suppose. And they discarded bone shards. They probably have removal for the Itali or a way to kill me or something. Okay, witness for the bone shards. Okay, and then play a land. Or I guess they have birds. They can just do it that way. Okay, so the Itali's going down, but like I said, the sneak attack really does help here. Then we have a bunch of planeswalkers to follow up with as well. This all seems fine. Oh, they're going to kill the Tybalt. Sure, that's also fine. I can still play this Fire Covenant and Echo if I want at some point. Not sure it makes a ton of sense to do so, but option. I take my damage. Let's see. Stern Scolding. Not a terrible card, but not that strong here. Okay, so this is probably going to attack Kaido. This will attack their face. Keep this rogue back to block. I'll have this back to block as well. Yeah, I don't see any reason to do anything else, I don't think. Do it. Red. Put in the Tyrant. Rid of Kaido. Opponent. They go to 13, their Planeswalker dies, and I go to 13 as well. Oh, I drew Grief. Okay. Too bad it was insta. I guess I couldn't have cast it anyway. I don't have a black card to go with it, but that's not bad. Alright, the chances they can make this ninja a 13/13 seems pretty low, so feeling okay about this. And I mean, I have 13 trampling power on the board. I can also sneak a grief if I want to get rid of a card in their hand. I can still fire Covenant their board at some point. I have Oko if I'm really worried about the ninja. I think I'm doing okay here. Let's see what our opponents got. They Surin Orb. Okay, that gives them more life potentially, but unless they have a fast bond and some other stuff, that's not really gonna accomplish a ton. They have a Ramen up, so okay, they're, I guess part of their deck is doing land stuff. Otherwise, they're just kind of tempo-y. It's hard to say exactly what they're up to here. We will see. Zern Orb by itself, not, like I said, too scary. Stern Scolding looks like it's going to be great here. They have, I think it countered just about every creature that we've seen so far. It could have countered every creature we've seen so far. Trying to think what else in our sideboard might be good. I guess the Pyrokinesis might be something that we want to bring in. Don't think the forces and stuff are that important. Yeah, maybe we'll bring in Pyrokinesis. We'll see what we want to cut. But being able to kill birds and stuff is, and potentially Ramanop, yeah, there's some key targets that would be nice. Alright, our opponent's having a bit of a think. Oh, here they go. Sylvan carried it. Sure. It's fine. Anything else? Something else. Sinkhole? Imtatarok? Oh, 3 black. Doomsday? That would be wild. Recurring Nightmare. Okay. What are you going to get back here that does anything? Ramanop? Sure, you have a Ramanop. I guess now you can sack a land and play it, but that's really not that good. I mean, they're back up to 15, but really not too scared of that. I actually just kill. I guess the Sylvan carried means I can't just kill them. They can kill their other blockers here, but that on top, that's fine. Well, hold on, because I have a grief that I can flip in, so maybe I can kill them. Let's figure it out here, see what we draw as well. Oh, Corpse Dance. Okay, Corpse Dance probably just means we're fine. So Corpse Dance on the Tyrant means I have 12 plus 7, 19 points of trample damage. Now I can't Corpse Dance and Fire Covenant because it's tapped. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm short on that. But I can flip in a Grief as well. Then if I attack with everything, it's 19 trample. I guess I draw a card, so I could draw an untapped mana source. I should maybe do that first. Make sure I keep up a black and a red. So I'll keep up Ennoble and Black Cleave. That doesn't keep up blue for the holding, though. Does that matter? I guess I can't keep up both. Interesting. Do I lose the Scolding defense? I guess it's fine. All right, let's Corpse Dance. 1, 3. This draws me a card as well. Who knows? They might just scoop to this. I guess I can sack more lands to gain life, potentially, but that doesn't matter too much. Oh, I get to draw 2 cards, actually. So the double Voltborn trigger. Okay, that's a blue land. That's good. Knight's Whisper is fine. Okay, so now I can fire Covenant, dealing damage to dealing 7 to the non-carrioted stuff, and then attack them for a bunch. That feels like it has to be pretty good. We'll kill all of this. 3, 1, okay. Done. Red, black, blue. And attack them for millions. And I think they can technically survive this, but it's really bad. So I'm not too about it. All right. This is what, 12, 19, 21 damage. Block 3 with the Caryatid, so they have to sack 2 lands and lose the Caryatid. Or I guess they could block with the Caryatid, sack 1 land. I guess they can sack 2 lands and let the Caryatid live and have 3 mana, but that does not seem like a position they're going to win from, so okay with it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, some kind of land stuff plus general tempo. Like I said, I think Pyrokinesis might be good enough. That's worth looking at. Nothing else stands out much. I guess Lazav could get rid of lands in their graveyard maybe some out of the time. But I don't think that's that good. Is there anything that looks kind of bad in the matchup? Let's think about that. Love Stern Scolding. That looks amazing. Still like the Planeswalker, Sneak, Vaultborn. All this stuff looks good. Yeah, even Valky looks pretty amazing, honestly, because there's lots of cards I wouldn't mind snagging with that one. Yeah, there's just not much I want to cut. Can maybe cut a land on the draw. You are playing an extra thanks to the Mox. But Pyrokinesis I can cast for free off what? 1, 2, 4 cards? That's really just not that good, is it? Let's just run it back as is. Alright, we're on the draw with this hand. This is definitely worse, but Currency Converter does go a long way. I think I am going to keep it. If I draw either a slow or fast reanimate, then it becomes pretty decent. Oh, okay. Them starting on fast bond's obviously bad for us, but what can you do? I guess Force of Negation is something we could bring in for that, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. I want to use this. I think I'm gonna lead on some of these basic lands and we'll worry about these other ones later. So let's Swamp and Converter. Plus, if they do any kind of draw 7, I get to put a bunch of stuff under the Converter, which is kind of nice. See, we'll see. All right, there's Kaido again. At least so far they don't have any sick combos with the fast bond. It's just a fast bond that played them like 1 extra land. That's really not that big of a deal, especially they're discarding lands. Let's see what we can do here. They did keep a card on top. That's obviously not great. Woodfall Primus, not exactly what I was looking for. Let's pass here and we'll use the converter. Right. Draw. I'll put the Emrakul under the converter so I don't have to worry about it shuffling stuff later, and I can always put it back in my graveyard if I need to. Obviously, if they can kill the converter, that makes it kind of awkward, but Got rid of a Leovold. What is in their hand that they didn't want a Leovold? Crazy. I mean, the fast bond start is generally tough to beat. We'll see what they have here. Ramen up with a fetch land. Okay, so they can get a ton of mana if they want. But it does cost them some life, so not the worst ever. Auto yield to fast bond. It's auto yield to windswept heath. We'll see how many lands they decide to land on here. So yeah, if we can get a fast reanimate or something going with these creatures, then might be able to just kill them. Interesting to get the mortuary now. I guess that probably means they don't want to do more heathing, because that will shuffle. Okay, Boseiju into the graveyard to play. That's fine. You can also play some of those other lands that they don't have to do this with, but we'll see. If they have something huge in their hand, then this is good. If they don't, though, like, they don't actually have much pressure, right? They have a Kaido that's slowly ticking up, and then this Ramanab. It's not that big of a deal. All right, yeah, let's discard the Emrakul here. Put it under the thing. Okay, yes. Shuffle. And, okay, Valky. Rather play a Valky or use my currency converter. What are the chances they have a big creature in hand? We haven't seen that many big creatures, so I kind of feel like it's not a big chance. Or I just use the converter here, so I think I'll play a Restless Vent. Draw another card. See. Right, nothing pre-combat. Are they just horribly flooded? I mean, it's possible. Okay. I guess this gives them the Kaido draw, which is nice. Hierarch is fine. Lands, that's fine. All right, let's draw. Not great. Probably Woodfall Primus is the next one I want. That. If I leave that one in the graveyard, I guess not. Just having a random 2/2 I can flip in if I need is not bad. Okay, there's Corpse Dance. So now we just have to hope they don't have a counter. I guess I could play Valky first, just to take a look at their hand. Does buy them, give them another turn though. And dangerous either way. I guess I'll just go for it. Do I play the Triome? What are the chances they have a Daze? Not big. We haven't seen one. So I guess I will play the Triome. All right, let's hold control because I never remember how this works exactly. This. I guess I don't need to hold control quite yet. Okay. More cool. Stance, cast. And we'll see if they have something. Looks like they did. Endurance. Okay. I guess the Valky would have been good. That's a shame. Well, now we know about endurance. Gonna make things tougher, obviously, but how's Kaido's ultimate work? You end up with their creature, you deal combat damage to a player. Search for a blue or black creature put onto battlefield. Okay, so it's not just a win, but it's pretty close. damage here. That's fine. And endurance, huh? Yep. I think I have to go for it. There obviously were things that they could have had, endurance being one of them, but just didn't feel like giving them an extra turn was a great way to go when they draw 2 cards a turn and have infinite mana. Feels like there's too much that can go wrong that way. Oh, the Gristlebrand. See if they have anything more here. No? Okay. Redrew the Emrakul. Awesome. Yeah, I guess I just do this now. On a reason to wait. Do I need to... I guess if I draw exactly Corpse Dance, I should play a land out. Sure. Draw. Hands, not really what we're looking for. Am I just dead? Not quite, but pretty darn close. Playing discard an island and exile it. So we need a treasure for something. Bulky. But I'm pretty dead here, all in all. Lotus and Swamp. I have a good deck. Lotus, Fast Bond, all kinds of stuff. See, I'm not just dead to combat damage, but I guess being able to chump if they do ultimate is good, so fine. It's getting to be pretty tough to win from here. I would, yeah, I guess if the Emrakul can hit them, that's one way to go. This thing does have reach, but Eternal Witness. They can draw a Gristlebrand if they want, but it doesn't actually change that much. So I'm not worried about it. I'll pass here. Yeah, they can Lotus to play it, and I guess they can draw some cards and see if they can't find Zurin Orb, which would give them infinite life. At which point we'd probably be just dead. Because they have infinite life, infinite mana, infinite cards. I imagine they can assemble a win from that position. Yeah, so it turns out I should have played Valky for the endurance, but again, I don't think I could have done much about that. Or, well, I could have done something about it. I couldn't have predicted that they were going to have it since they haven't seen game one. Okay. Sack your Eternal Witness. Okay. Kill Rogue Token. You got it. And then kill Valky also. Sure. Play a thing to draw more cards. Oh, I see. They get to put a bunch of counters on something. That's cool. Bristlebrand plus this thing. That's a nice little combo. They probably have lethal now, but I don't know. We'll let them do it. They even have an Echo in the graveyard now. Yeah, cool. Let's see. 11. Yeah, that's just enough. Oh, they skipped their attack. Whoops. Obviously, a bit of a misplay there. I want to see what we draw, but I mean, I can't imagine we'll win from here. So leave him shaken up a bit, though. Playing the mental game. Island. Good. Well, time to use currency converter. Death, not where it's at. All right, we'll discard an island and seed the game. Okay. It's not sure they're getting this Gristlebrand into play normally, but they probably have a way to do it. Does that make me want Lazav anymore? It's just not going to be able to attack them very easily, I don't think. They're going to be advantaged on the board usually. Let's just hope for a better hand. Okay, we're on the play this time. Can we get something and them not have a Lotus start? Okay, we have a Vampiric, a Stern Scolding. Yeah, I imagine this has to do something, so I'll keep it. Left Stern Scolding for an early play, then we can Vamp and try to assemble a combo. We'll see how that goes for us. Island pass. Ideally, we can play this Lily at some point here. Fast bond. Come on, really? Hopefully they lead this into a creature we can counter. Okay, I guess I counter that one. It's not that strong. I might as well. Island. Island's not precisely what I want. See what they do. I might vamp for a swamp if they like go down to one card and don't have much going on. Recurring Nightmare. Okay, that's fine. Do anything? Do I want to vamp for a swamp so I can get this Liliana into play? Seems okay, honestly. Just having a Lily in play. If they play any creatures, I can kill them. It's like boring, but so I can't do anything with these guys right away. Let's see. Otherwise, Grief doesn't do much for me. I guess I can grab a Mox if I want instead of a land, though. That doesn't really change much, so that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I think I'm just getting. I guess I can get, where is it? The red black one. Not Thundering Falls. Blackleaf Cliffs, because I'll only have 2 lands in place that's coming untapped. I might as well get a red source. Right. Liana. I'll probably just discard this Primus. I guess this might fuel their recurring nightmare, so maybe that was a terrible idea, but whatever. I think getting a Planeswalker into play rather than not is going to be better here. They're having to think about it. That's good. And we'll see if this Liliana can win us the game on its own. Start a swamp. Alright, that's good. Interesting they choose to play the swamp last turn. Right, well, if they only play one card, then I'll make them discard their last one. That's a creature I need to make them sack. Okay. I probably do need to make them sack that creature. That lets them draw a card, which is playing. Oh, there's Necromancy. That helps things a bit. Whenever you or permanent control become the target. Yeah. Alright. Annoying, but that has to go. Do it. Now reanimate the Woodfall Primus. And probably kill Recurring Nightmare in a land, if I had to guess. I played my island. So I'll probably be plussing Liliana. I think I can wait on that. Oh wait, I'm only getting 1 kill here, so I guess it will be the Recurring Nightmare. But Woodfall Primus. that. Maybe cutting off their mana would be good, but I think they already invested mana in that, and now they can't like get Leovold back or anything like that. They can't somehow get a Gristlebrand into play with it. Feels pretty decent. Okay, land is acceptable. Tomb, not the best. Let's go ahead and discard, and I'll probably just discard the Emrakul, I guess. I think that's fine. I have the Entomb. I need a big thing in the graveyard. Oh, they discarded the Endurance. Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and attack. And do I play my land? I think I'll still hold on to it. It might be useful fodder for Liana. Let's play it later. Okay, our opponent's doing nothing. That's good for us. For land, that's less good. Go ahead and attack. And I'll probably discard an island here. Okay. I can discard an Echo of Eons at some point, I guess. Eternal Witness, sure. Alright, now I'll play my Swamp, I think. This game's getting close enough to the end. Well, random 6/6 might just beat them, we'll see. Kaido. Sure. Have a Kaido. It doesn't do a ton here, because they're just going to have to discard whatever the other card is and still land they play. It's all fine. Or land. Alright, well, let's discard. Discard my Swamp. My opponent to 1. Let's see. Also have any fast bond shenanigans, which is cool. The nice thing is Woodfall Primus is pretty well immune to removal as well. So, seems like it's pretty tough to get out of this one. Certainly not going to do it. Alright, well, looks like we got one. Just simple reanimate on not the best reanimate target, but turns out good enough. So we're up a match, and I'll see you for match number 2. Alright, we're on the play for the second match. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I like Mox, obviously. It's unfortunate we can't keep up. Oh, yeah. It's actually really awkward because we can't get this deck out on turn 2, but I still think it's a keepable hand. We'll see if we can draw. I guess I start with Thundering Falls, and we'll see if we can get an untapped red or blue source. Get the deck out. And plus that, let's keep Stern Scolding out on turn 2. Baleful Strix. I could cast that on turn 2 off of Mox. Yeah, that seems fine. Right, Mountain no play though, that's a lot better. So now we go Mox, Asterix, play our Restless Vents, probably. Alright, now we can play a Dak next turn, whether the Mox stays alive or not. Okay, nothing. Oh, there's an island. Don't mind that. Yeah, let's just go Dak. 1, 3. If they have a reprieve or something. No, alright. Draw. sneak attack's not bad. I can definitely discard one of these islands. Did I discard Nurturing Peatland? I guess my only green source. I don't have any green cards in hand. I do have the deck to cycle through stuff. I think it's fine to get rid of 2 lands. Deal. The order, play an island, and I'll definitely keep the Baleful Strix back. Stern Scolding does a pretty good job of keeping any threats away, but might have to use it. Oh well, I can't use it on that, I guess, so maybe the Strix will need to block that guy. Hopefully if they have another creature here, Stern Scolding can take care of it. It's nice. Now the Knight token's pretty useless. I'll definitely trade here. Attacking me, still trade. Could have taken 2, but like the Strix isn't doing anything better than that. Oh well, now I wish I had my green source, I guess. But that's okay. We can deck some more things and hopefully find something relevant here. Okay, we didn't find much. I definitely want to keep up Fire Covenant because it feels like they're not playing their big thing. Let's see. If I keep Oko plus Triumph, then I can play the Oko soon. Then I have to keep this. That means discarding 1 of Necromancy or Sneak Attack, which feels kind of bad. I don't super want to do that. Portent doesn't draw a card until a turn later. I guess I could discard the Portent. No, I have to discard the Portent either way. I rather discard Sneak Attack or Necromancy. Stack Faden could die, so maybe the Necromancy. I also have more Reanimates in my deck than like Sneak. Nice to keep the Portent so I have something to do while I'm Fire Covenanting, but I think this is okay. Do this, pass the turn. I guess deck Ultimate plus Fire Covenant is kind of fun, huh? We cast spell that targets 1 or more opponents, you can control of them, then you Fire Covenant all their stuff. Kind of sweet. Loran, and they're gonna kill my jet. That's fine. I don't think I'm a Fire Covenant, just the Loran. So let's see what I draw. All right, let's keep decking. Liliana, Blood Crypt. Oh man, now I'm actually missing that Mux. It's unfortunate. I guess I'll probably Liliana and minus, so I don't have to worry about that thing. You can definitely discard 1 land. I want a Blood Crypt. I don't really need it. I discard both lands at that point. I still want the Fire Covenant. I still want the Sneak Attack. I think I still want the Oko, so yeah, I think I'll just do this and play Lily. Any order. Gone through a lot of my deck and not found any of my big creatures. I have like 5 of them. Do this, make you sack. And yeah, they might play some hasty thing and hit one of my walkers, but it's not that big of a deal. Kind of stuck on lands, it feels like. Just trading 1 for 1's okay. Burst Lightning, sure. No problem. Do Sanguine Evangelist. Alright, Fire Covenant does an okay job with that one. Alright, Vaultborn Tyrant is not the worst. So now I need another land to get Sneak going with that. So that. Didn't find a land. Awkward. And Tomb really doesn't do much. I don't really want to play Sneak Attack when I can't do anything with Sneak Attack, so I get rid of the Entomb and I guess just one of these big things. Probably Ashen Rider, because I want to sneak this in at some point, and I'll just go Oko. Make a food, probably. This is going to attack for, what, 4 total? I can also just keep a Fire Covenant if they play something. I kill their stuff. If they don't play anything, then I maybe kill their stuff, maybe I don't. Yeah, maybe that's better. The Oko's not like that good here. Alright, maybe I could just discarded the Oko, I don't know. Feels like keeping up the Fire Covenant could be good here. They could easily play a Haste Creature, and then I would want to kill it, so. Let's see, alright, they're going to attack first, that's fine. Battle Cry, okay, where's all this stuff going? All it, not a problem. Zach's got a lot of loyalty. Suppose they might like bolt it or something now, and that would be annoying. Okay. Chandra. Okay. Did this hit Planeswalkers? No. Shame. Add mana. Alright. Into Inti. Alright. They didn't want to do all that pre-combat, huh? Well, now I will call their stuff. Go 1, 1, 2. Done. 1. You can have a bat. That's fine. Draw a land. Okay. Suppose I still DAC myself, but I will do this Vaultborn Tyrant play almost guaranteed. I guess I could do it first and draw an extra land, or draw an extra card. That might be good, actually. Let's do that. So we'll go sneak. Sneak. Tyrant. Some life, draw a card. Oh. Okay. They had enough there. Alright, so we're playing against white-red aggro-ish. Don't do that, Magic Online. So once again, Pyrokinesis looks like it might be okay. But it has the same problem as before of like, I don't actually have that many red cards. So I think we'll just run it back in. I guess Oath is also like kind of a thing. But I don't want to cut my early cards. I think this deck's just fine. Obviously things are going to be a bit tougher on the draw. Drawing a Mox helps, though this hand's kind of weak. So I could turn 1 discard Primus, turn 2 I go land, turn 3 I go land plus Mox. Animate the Primus? Yeah. It's iffy, but we get a draw on turn 1 to see if anything better maybe develops. And, you know, Primus is a big target. I mean, if they have an exile removal, it's kind of bad, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, I drew Grief. I don't really want to Grief off of discarding Necromancy. That doesn't make sense, so. I will just discard this Woodfall. I guess I could play a land first. I think I always discard this next turn as well. Yeah, that makes more sense. This doesn't slow me down any, and it gives me more options if I want to do something else next turn. Lotus Petal, okay. 2. Adeline. Well, now I draw the Stern Scolding. Not the best. I mean, I'll still keep it up, and we'll just hope, I guess, that this works out. Wasteland, really? God, alright. I don't think it made sense to play a basic, but that's going to make things tough, obviously. Especially if they have a follow-up here. Seems likely. Okay. I could grief them here. It's probably worth it. Assassin Rider's not doing much for me. I want to make sure if they have some way to remove the Woodfall Primus. Yeah, like Parallax Wave is really bad for us. So let's get rid of Parallax Wave. And then we get to counter the Evangelist and hope we get there. A lot happening here, but they're down to one card. The Primus is pretty big. Or cool, not really the thing. Jet, Romancy. Get Primus back. Destroy their mountain. We'll see. See if this is enough to stabilize. Problem is I can't attack them back really, so we're just gonna sit here and stare at each other, and I have to hope I top deck better, which isn't 0%. Liliana, okay. Stacking them just doesn't make any sense. I'm losing that raise badly. Loran kills my Mox Jet, which is annoying, but killing Necromancy really doesn't do much. I guess they could do it and try to trade Adeline. Yeah, I think getting rid of my Black Source has to be better here. Gonna make things tough for sure. Thundering Fall. Alright, well, see what we've got. Definitely don't need an island. Alright. We'll probably start drawing extra cards with Loran soon. I don't know if they'll do it on their turn or wait till my end step. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, that Wasteland really hurt us. But oof, Night's Whisper could be good, but it isn't yet. Will they draw cards? Well, they're giving it some thought. Alright. Ooh, Fire Covenant could be sick. Just need a black source to make it really good. Rite of Flame? What are they casting here? Is this like a Dracosaur or something? Oh, Chandra. Okay. Chandra exiled Jetmir's Garden. Okay. Alright, can I just draw a black source? I would get to wipe their board and kill the Chandra. That would be so massive. Oh, really? Really? This is how it's going to be? Okay. Can't really attack here still, so... Yeah, now I'm going to lose. I just didn't draw black after they killed two of my black sources. Gonna happen. It's not 0, but it's not good at this point. Oh, Winds of Abandon makes it pretty close to 0, though that will give me my black source, but I'll be almost dead is the problem. Yeah. Probably a little too late there. Am I just dead? This might just actually be lethal. I guess it is. Okay. Well, we got mana screwed. These things happen. Yeah. I think we just run it back. And the Oath. No, they have to maybe destroy it as well. I just don't think that's the way to go. I think we were favorites that game. Just didn't work out. All right, we get to be on the play for the last game here. What is this? This is a turn 1 Valky and or Grief. I can't cast the Strix. I can't cast the Oko or the Emrakul. So after turn 1, I would have a 2-1 in play. I would have stripped 2 cards from their hand potentially by getting rid of Strix plus Grief. And I would be left with an Emrakul and Oko that are fairly uncastable. I can't think of that many top decks that are good in that position. I think this is a mulligan. Okay, I'll keep this one. And probably put back a land. Oh, I guess this Liana I can't cast at the moment, which is awkward, but I don't think I'm supposed to put the Liana back. Put back one of these basics and get Thundering Falls out there. Probably the way to go. I guess I'll blend. I think I do lead on this. Just because the Surveil here is good. Vampiric tutor. Ah. Is that good enough? Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, if they wasteland my Triome or something, I'll be bad. But I'm a bodyguard, sure. Triome. Yes. We'll see what we draw here. Hopefully I can set up something with this Vamp and the Sneak. Lotus Petals back. Adeline into Sanguine Advance. Okay. Heal, I guess. Damage. Dak. I mean, yeah, I'll play Dak. It's gonna die, but it's okay. The loot's worth it here. I have a lot of cards in my hand that don't do anything at the moment, and with the Vamp and Sneak Attack, there's lots of stuff that is good. Yeah. Okay, this Liliana doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot, so I can probably get rid of that one. And then, man, I really want to draw land there. I guess I didn't need, I played a third one this turn, so I just need to draw land next turn. Do I get rid of Necromancy? It's Necromancy or like Portent, I think. But Portent's a good thing to just generically cast. I'm not going to have another discard outlet after this turn, so I guess I will get rid of Necromancy. I don't know. This is tough. They've put on a lot of pressure. Random Lotus Petal doing some good work for them. I have to consider tutoring on upkeep for a land. See what they play. Problem is they have a lot of permanents, so Emrakul's not that good. I'm also taking a lot of damage, so like the Vampiric Tutor does have a cost to it. 17. They're just gonna pass. If we have Vampiric for a land, I draw the land, I play the land, I portent to make sure I draw another land. And then next turn I go Sneak Emrakul. How much damage am I taking? Say they have the 2 to it instant speed, so that would be 3, 5, 7. I take 9, 50. It's probably okay. I think that makes sense. I could also look for the... No, I was thinking about Fire Covenant, but that mana and stuff doesn't work out here. I'd really prefer to keep the Vampiric for something else so I can sneak something afterwards, but I really need to make sure I get the sneak going. So I think this is important enough to do. Feels bad. I've been Vampiric tutoring for lands a lot. Too. I can grab a Mox, I guess. So I can... No, that doesn't really make any sense. I'll just get a land. Get one of my tap lands. I could get like commercial district or something. That way with Portent, I can maybe get rid of a bad card. Yeah, that feels okay, I guess. Have anything else that makes sense? I could get Restless Man's just to have a creature land for afterwards. It's not 0 on that either, because they'll have a random... Well, they'll have a flyer left over, though, so that's not front. Yeah, let's grab District. Then we'll go Portent, and I can surveil the worst card to the graveyard. Self. Okay, there's a land. That's good. I guess the life death's pretty bad. I have looked at the cards. The cards on top. So we'll want Strix, then Swamped in Death, and we'll Mill to Death. I think that's right. Strix, Swamp, Life Death. Don't use the ability. Play this. It's in the graveyard. All right. And we'll see what happens. Okay, they didn't play anything end of turn. That's good. A little scary, obviously, but see what they add to the board here. Nothing. Okay, that makes me think they might have a counter, but not a ton I can do about that. Let's go for this sneak. Let's activate the sneak. They just have like some instant speed removal they can't use. Well, it does have protection from quite a few things, so it's okay. I'm at 9, so I mean, they might still have a way to kill me here. Some burn spells or whatever, but okay, they're gonna keep both flyers. That makes sense. But now they're out of everything, so I mean, I don't know if they're flooded or something. Are they gonna block? No. Taking 15. Alright. So I can hit anything big. I can kill them with the sneak here. That's kind of nice. Get the oh, yeah, shuffling's fine. Matter much. I have the Baleful Strix to block something. Yeah, I don't know. If they had a lot of burn in hand, I could die. But if they had burn, they probably would have used it while they had their land still, right? Sense not to. All right, let's go Strix off of this, I think. Could have snuck it in maybe, but I think just this is good. Oh, life death. I can get a kill with that next turn, actually. I can just life all my lands and kill them. They got. I will block here. It's fine. 6, okay. Tomb. I couldn't tomb death, but everything kind of costs too much, I think. So I think I just will life. Attack my opponent for 5. All lands you control become 1/1s. Yep. Life, cast. I guess, yeah. It's fine. Back for 5. Alright. Life death getting there in the end. Interesting match. Our opponent definitely felt like they had an awkward draw. Because, I mean, they were sitting on 3 and 4 mana and not doing anything. So we probably should have lost that. But I'll take the win, and I'll see you in the finals. Alrighty, welcome back to finals. We're on the play, luckily. What do we have here? Entomb Knight's Whisper, Stern Scolding. Yeah, this looks fine. I'll keep this hand. We have a Stern Scolding, we have an Entomb, we have a Sneak Attack, so a couple options here. I don't think I'm going to fire the Entomb off right away since I don't have our way to reanimate quite yet. I'd rather get Thundering Falls down, which will let me have Stern Scolding up on the next turn. And we'll figure it out from there. And maybe I'll even just put something into graveyard here. Mountain. Do I want a mountain? I already have double red source. I don't think it's all that necessary. Let's graveyard that. Pass. I'll have to decide if I want a Knight's Whisper or keep up Stern Scolding. I'd probably just play Knight's Whisper, honestly, but it's depend a little bit on what we're up against here. Let's see. Oh, there's a Woodfall Primus. Okay. So that could be good with Sneak Attack at some point. Let's see. Yeah, let's just draw some cards. Okay, well, those weren't precisely what I wanted, but I guess they make Sneak Attack. The Ashen Rider makes Sneak Attack pretty good. Now I hope to face something too scary. Yeah, Glimmer Lens. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. Then we Stern Scolding their next play, ideally. Oh, Fire Covenant's a good draw as well. Do I want to keep up Fire Covenant? I guess if I play something I can't Stern Scolding, I will want to play it. So I think I'll just go basic Island for now. Pass the turn. No reason to use Entomb yet, still. Yeah, we'll see what they play here. Hopefully one of these two reactive cards can deal with whatever they play. Okay, I'll take my 2, that's fine. And again, ideally I play Sneak Attack and use it all in the same turn. I really don't have to run a Sneak Attack out there and just have it chill. I'm gonna let that one resolve because that gets cleaned up really easy with Fire Covenant. I think I might even still just hold. Feels like they have an instant speed thing that I want to also clean up with Fire Covenant. But I guess if they have... Yeah, alright, I'll just use it. It's fine. If they have Reprieve, then it costs me a little bit of life, but it's not a deal. Land. Ooh, Moxjet? Oh, baby, that's good. Alright. So now we'll go Blood Crypt, untapped, Moxjet, Sneak Attack. We'll sneak in a Woodfall Primus, I suppose. And blow up all their lands. That should pretty much be the game. Yep, that is the game. Alright, so we're up against another aggro deck. Man, lots of aggro today. But our deck's not too badly set up for it, so I feel okay. Once again, do I want Pyrokinesis? Not really. So I think we just run it back. See how this turns out. Alright, here we are on the draw this time. This looks okay. We can grief them, then we can maybe Necromancy the grief at some point. I keep this hand. No red mana, but we have the Knight's Whisper to draw some cards. That feels okay. Our opponent's got planes into something, into Giver, okay. Acceptable. Alright, so I'll play an island in case they have like a strip mine or something. Well, I guess I can grief them first. That doesn't really matter. I think this is worth doing. I'll get rid of the corpse stance here. You... Jite, Othari, and Embrith Shieldbreaker. I don't care about the Shieldbreaker too much. I care about Jite that much. I mean, Othari is a million turns away, so I feel like that's not really a big deal. So it's really between the other two. I guess Jite's probably scarier than a 2-1. I don't have any artifacts I to worry about right now, so let's just take the GT, a swamp. Next turn we'll Night's Whisper, and then maybe we reanimate the Grief. I guess maybe I could have taken the Othari to reanimate the Othari. I didn't think about that. That might have actually been smart. Yeah, that would have been good as lifelink. Oh well. Them not having a GT is also good. They could easily have removal for it, and then it goes in their graveyards. It's like I can do it. Oh, I can get a Rampager Raptor if I want. Okay, attacking with Giver of Runes correctly. Protect itself, that one. Turn Scolding. That's a good one, but I think I have to be mana efficient here. Oh, Oko's interesting. All right. Oko can be a bit of a game plan in and of itself. Can't hit their stuff with Oko while there's a... Oof. Gross. All right. Yeah, it would have been nice to have Stern Scolding up for that one. Because Giver of Runes can protect it, which means I can't Oko that. Not sure it doesn't matter too much here. Oh, what's going on? Who knows what's going on? Yeah, this Giver is like actually kind of an issue. Now. Okay. Let's see what we draw here. Not really what we needed. So I can Necromancy the Grief. I'm not sure that does anything. I can Necromancy the Raptor, but then just give this protection from red. I can't play Oko this turn, so I guess I just play Commercial District to try and play the Oko, but yeah, this is not good. Definitely put the island in the graveyard. Pass here and see what happens from here, but it's not looking good. I think I'm just gonna lose that Lelia. I needed Stern Scolding on that turn, but I decided to be mana efficient. I didn't know about the Lelia. I looked at their hand before and didn't have it, so hopefully I at least get Scolding something here, but obviously all bad. Get Adeline. Alright. I can Stern Scolding Adeline. I believe it has 0 power on the stack. I don't know, it does have 2, but that's still low enough. So. Right. Do nothing. Right. Now Athari's coming? Yeah, I'm pretty dead here. Baleful Strix. Really doesn't do anything. I think I'm just dead. I'll play the Strix, but yeah, that was bad. I should have taken the Othari and planned to reanimate it. I think that was the correct play. Over here. This Valky doesn't do much. Let's do this. If I can mill something relevant. No, okay. I don't think there's any way I can win from here, but I'll let them have their turn and die. It's fine. Oh, sure. Well, that means no Othari at least. So that's not that big of a deal. Now I can take the Othari. That's kind of nice. Granted, I'm just dead, but, you know. Smuggler's Copter, too. That's a good card. And more. Oh, I'm just playing. Yep. Sense. And there's a sneak attack. Not really that helpful. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. I think I misplayed that, but I also got kind of unlucky. The Lelia that I didn't know about on the turn I couldn't do anything about it was pretty brutal. I went to Oath of Druids. This like could be kind of sick. How many bad hits do I have? I have Valky and Baleful Strix aren't amazing, and then Grief. But I have 5 good hits. What I take out? I guess I could take one of those things out. The Valky seems pretty good against them, as does Baleful Strix. Could maybe take out Grief. Griefing their hand's not like the most amazing plan in the world. Hmm. Is that insane? It feels kind of insane, but you know, let's try it. I want to oath somebody. We'll play first. Okay. This is Valky plus Fire Covenant plus a million fatties. I mean, I think I have to keep this. Obviously, 3 fatties in my hand's not really what I'm looking for, but see what we can draw into with Commercial District here. Bring peatland. Well, I unfortunately have to keep this because I just need lands. Not really the one I want, but it'll do. All right, no one drop. Ugh, give her again. All right. Don't like it. Let's go Valky here. Okay, well, I get to take the Lele and the rest of their hands lands. Okay. That makes things a lot easier. So, okay. All right. Bad. Dak. Well, I can't play that one. So we'll go Peatland pass. But if I can get the blue mana for the deck, then I can start discarding some of these huge things, which will be nice. Okay, Surveil, sure. Yeah, this Volky's doing some good stuff here. Okay, another swamp's not really what I'm after. I might sack the peatland now. I'm not going to do it on my turn, I don't think. Maybe I should have. I guess keeping up Fire Covenant's kind of nice here. Sure. Sack this. No, not yet. Oxjet, that's not too helpful. Something on my draw step? Doesn't make any sense. All right. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, I'll sack it now, I guess, off the jet. It's fine. It's not even getting up to playing these things. They're all the wrong colors, and I'll still have Fire Covenant up, which the plan now is to block the Rebel token. They'll go to protect it, and then I'll kill both their creatures with Fire Covenant. That's good enough. Let's do this. Okay, Island's good. I'm not going to play it yet, or I'm not going to play Dak yet. I'll play the Island. Fine. I can at some point start copying Lelia with this Valky. Not nothing. Oh no, what is this? Showdown of the Skalds. Alright. We've been shown down. Path. Skyclave. Path's a pretty good hit there. That's unfortunate. We're gonna go for that instead, okay. Right. I'm gonna attack. Attack with both. Oh. That's interesting. Okay. Well, now I will still Fire Covenant them. I think. They draw a card, but that's fine. Alright, let's do it. They do have a gold span coming up. Scary. Skycleave. They're going to be able to get this back, but... Alright. Oh, there's Oath. That'll be good at some point. I guess I just Dak here. They'll probably kill the deck, but what do I do? I could steal the Glimmer Lens. Doesn't really do anything. Wow, those are horrible draws. Let's get rid of two big things. Oh, those are bad draws. So their hasting is flying. I think I might as well attack with this Valky. It's not doing any blocking anyway. What a draw, though. That was horrendous. If they end up with just Goldspan in play, then I can Liana, which is nice. We'll see, though. I guess they'll get a treasure, so maybe they get an Embereth out of it or something. They've got... Okay, yeah, there's the Goldspan. Because they might Skycleave also. That goes down. Because, yeah, this is their last turn to cast these two spells. So they don't want to do that. And I win by Oathing. It's an interesting question, too. There's not a ton of stuff left in my deck, I guess. Is the Strix still kicking around? The Strix is still kicking around, so I can hit Strix, which would obviously not be great. Could hit Emrakul. I think that's it. I guess Atali's still in there as well. There goes that. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not great. Oh, there's the Necromancy. Okay, that helps. So now I can Necromancy either the Primus or the Ashen Rider. Probably the Ashen Rider. I don't think I care about Showdown that much. I just want to get rid of this dragon. Because spell, so that wouldn't even get them that. And then I guess I'll just play Portent, because why not? Yeah. I don't see why I would do anything else. Let's grab the Ashen Rider. Exile their dragon. And play Portent on myself. Knight's Whisper, Currency Converter, Blackleaf Cliffs. Are those good? Converter plus Liana is kind of cute. I don't think these are quite what I want. I mean, Knight's Whisper is not bad. I think I'm just going to shuffle. Ability. We'll pass the turn. Draw our card. All right, let's see what we got. Drew the currency converter anyway. Awesome. Classic. And like I said, it's not the worst thing ever, but not that good. So there's a non-zero chance they can exile this Ashen Rider. But depending on what else they can do, we might still be okay. I will still have Oath as an option. My life total is doing a lot better now that the Goldspan's not a threat. So that's kind of nice. Okay, they're starting by drawing cards off their lands. That's got to be good news. That probably means they can't deal with the Ashen Rider. But maybe it just means they have extra mana and they're going to do that. Jite. Okay. That, sure. I can just exile the Jite at some point here. Yeah, do this and attack. Then I'll just block and probably kill the Jite. It's fine. Maybe that's exactly what they want, but I don't think it makes sense to do anything else. I don't think I'm that worried about 2-1s, especially since I have both the druids on the way. There's a Tali. Man, I wish I could draw on their land. It's kind of rough. So I go Liliana plus and they kill my 2-2. Liliana just dies. That feels like a kind of bad deal. I might just go Oath plus Converter. I guess now that I've hit a Tali, I only have 2 targets left in the deck for Oath. I'll either hit Emrakul or Baleful Strix. Not the best thing ever, I suppose. I mean, Emrakul's obviously good, so it's like a 50-50 of it being good. I guess with Converter plus discarding something off of Liana, I'll have an extra blocker, so maybe that's fine. Let's do this. Just discard the Atali and then make a 2-2 out of it. Okay, yes. Pass the turn. I can equip the Glimmer Lens, but who cares? I don't know, there's a lot of stuff's happened in this game. I feel like I probably misplayed at some point, but Alia's pretty annoying. Fine. Can double block it, and I'll just lose Liliana. Not the best, but it gets rid of Lelia. The Glimmer Lens, sure. Let's see how they attack, first of all. Lelia at Liliana, this at everything else. I'll go ahead and do this. Get a 4th year Lingus. Okay, glad that that one's gone at least. Alright, so I rather double block or well, block one in each or this. I'm down to 0 creatures. It's kind of rough, isn't it? How good is this Liliana to have? It's not that good, honestly. I'll just double block. At least too scary. If they have a removal here, it's obviously a disaster, but that could have been worse. Right, into make a 1-1. That I can live with. Since I have this Oath here. Thundering Falls. I guess I convert first. Well, I could Thundering Falls and then convert. So I'll probably discard the Tyrant. Although I guess if I draw a sneak attack, I want a big thing in hand. Oh, they just conceded? I guess they had to leave. I don't know. That was a strange time to concede. It felt like that was a very even game. Perhaps they were even slightly ahead. But you know what? We'll take the trophy. Even if it's in a little bit of a strange manner. So that'll do it for this draft, I guess. Sorry, I'm just surprised. That was a strange place to concede. They probably just had to leave for other reasons. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly had a lot of fun. It was an interesting deck. If you did, consider hitting like, subscribe, all the good buttons. They do help me out a lot. That'll do it for now. I'll see you in the next draft.